So one of our referral partners had a client who just had their website remade. And when they set out to have their site made, their biggest goal was to make the site easier to edit for the people there at the company. It's a nonprofit, really great business. I'm not going to mention their names. So the whole goal, make it easier for us to edit the site ourselves. And they were having, like, the site launched and they're having trouble editing. They're like, how do we edit our homepage? Like, how do we add events? Like, this is not easy. So our referral partner introduced us to them. I spoke with them and I was like, I got to get under the hood. I've got to see what's going on so I can understand. And as it turns out, the people who built the site, I don't think that they were malicious. I don't think they had bad intentions. I think that they were just inexperienced and didn't know how to build the site such that it would be easy for the nonprofit. Mm-hmm. They used what's called ACF. What does that stand for again?
Advanced Custom Fields.
So you both said it at the same time. Say it again.
Advanced Custom Fields.
Advanced Custom Fields, right. So it lets you insert a field on the page when you're editing, and maybe it's like the title of the page. And then when it displays for a user, it shows the title. So if the whole page is built with just these fields, then you can't move them around. You can't add more. You can't remove them. It's just like you're locked into whatever is there. And so this is how the site was built. And there's no way that these, nonprofit volunteer people are going to be able to edit that in any meaningful way. Mm-hmm. So I gently delivered the bad news that, unfortunately, the site is going to need to be rebuilt if you really want to be able to edit it. And so we came up with this plan to gradually switch pages over to our favorite tool, Beaver Builder. It's super easy. It's a WYSIWYG editor. What you see is what you get. So you can like drag things around, add images, add text, add fun little features like little carousels and accordions and things. And so we've been gradually shifting their site over to use Beaver Builder instead. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you want to, add anything to that experience from our end. I know I spoke to them early on in the sales process, and then you guys took over as the team. So do you want to add to it?
I mean, I can say that from the time we started working with them until now, they definitely have more confidence in doing things. And I think that they, like, for instance, they also used Monday.com. So we had that in common. We were both kind of, we use Monday for our project management. And so they started using forms there. I think more often they started like automating things, like setting up new landing pages for, different events and things they were having. And I think that was somewhat happening before, but it was like they weren't able to like think about, next month we have this thing going on. We want to get all of this stuff together really quickly. And I think they're able to do that now, which is really cool because I think that makes things so much easier for them with how it's easy to edit. And in general, I think most of the website now is in, like, the front end is in Beaver Builder. And I don't know that there are, and it's in blocks. It was built with blocks, right?
Gutenberg?
Yeah.
ACF, yeah.
Yeah. Because we still use Advanced Custom Fields with Beaver Builder, though. Like, this is also another very recent obsession with making so many conditional things happen. So, like, if this is filled in, or if this is set, that like if then statements, listen, I said many times, I will never be a developer or a true designer because I do not have the patience. But there are little things where I'm like hyper interested, and I was super hyper interested in like just that little teeny tiny piece of logic and like how you could get things to show up. But anyway, back to the previous client we were just talking about. Short answer is I think that they are much better off and much happier, and more empowered to do things.
Mhm.
Yep. And they've expanded. They're expanding. They've, I guess they're starting different programs now that are even outside of their organization. Some fun programs. I think
Awesome.
one is like a record label.
Oh.
And the event that goes with that record label, a whole other thing. But yeah, that was a good one. Glad you brought that one up. Okay, bye.
I like that as our ending.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Yeah. Do we need